What it do, Niner fan? Still Niners for life. But during that Buccaneers game, if everybody watched that Buccaneers game, you got to remember, it was bad. It was bad. They got a lot of things they got to work on, but they were still hanging in there. The Niners were still hanging in there. Now, it was some bad calls in that game. And it's like somebody wanted the Buccaneers to win badly. You could just look at the game. Just look at the game. Somebody wanted them to win badly. And, when Fred Warner went down, that was demoralizing. You can actually see it within the players. It was demoralizing when he went down, but they were still trying to fight. Now, this is Tom Brady. Now, remember, the people officiating the game. This is Tom Brady. He says, I'm happy the Buccaneers won, but the 49ers were played dirty. No question about it. I have to speak out. If we ignore this now, someday it could strike the Bucs in a game that really counts. The 49ers fought hard and deserved so much more. I thought this was somebody was, typed this in. This was on the news. This was like in the sports paper. Now, they don't like to put it on big time like ESPN, this and the other, but it's Tom Brady. So they had to, you can go Google it. You know what I'm saying? They had to, because he had a whole speech he said about it. He said the officiating was bad. He said everything was going towards the Buccaneers' way. And it's like he was literally telling how the game was like, basically they cheating. He didn't want to say it, but that's basically what he was saying. And in the comments, people was like, oh, well, look at Mr. Deflategate, and, he's the one to talk, and all the cheating he did. Nah. When Tom Brady, they said Tom Brady was cheating, look at how they said they were cheating. The Patriots. Deflategate, okay? It never was, referee, help me. Referee, give me all the calls. It never was that. It was Deflategate, okay? And then I guess they were recording, and this was Bill Belichick that did that, recording the Steelers practice, so they knew all their plays. It never was, referees, help me, referees, help. It was never that, okay? Now we're looking at, I guess, they clamped down on that stuff, and, the coaches can't do some of the stuff they were doing. They're going directly after the referees to make the referees have the outcome of the game. It's crazy. And the thing is, it's a whole article on it. It's a whole article on it, what he was saying, and he was trying to be, come on now. He grew up a Niner. So he was liking the fight that the Niners had. But he played for the Bucs too. His thing is, he didn't want to flat out say, Buccaneers, y'all cheated. He was like, look, why you cheating the Niners? It could come back to haunt you, and somebody cheat you in the playoffs or a Super Bowl or something like that. So he said that's why we had to get this straightened out now. Now, in the article, he was saying, look, they need to call these officials out. And then they were going play-by-play. They were going play-by-play and pointing out, like, some of this stuff doesn't make no sense. They were literally pointing it out. That's the stuff we have to look it up. We have to dig and find it. Even though it's Tom Brady, they don't want this stuff to come out, because you got to remember, and they still cheating for the Chiefs. They're still cheating for the Chiefs. Don't look. They did the Lions dirty. Why do you think they're fighting at the end? Why did the Lions and the Chiefs was fighting at the end? They were literally cheating in that game. You come in the Lions and Chiefs game. You got Kelsey running. He's wide open. The ball overthrows him. The defender's behind him. The ball's not even in the air. The referee already had the flag out. Because Kelsey was like, where's the flag? Dude was like, referee just pulled it and threw it out. When the ESPN and all the other folks slowed it down, they was like, they don't know what's going on. They didn't know what was going on. They said, what's going on? Nobody was even by Kelsey. What's going on? They didn't even know what was going on. Now, the reason, I'm glad Tom Brady's saying something. See, Tom Brady really don't care what nobody say. Not with 7 rings on your fingers. He don't really care what nobody say. He got paper. they better respect him, and he's somebody that you just can't ignore. So you just can't ignore Tom Brady like, we don't want to just bury that. We don't. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. So when he says this is what's going on, somebody's got to look at it. Somebody's got to say something. And hopefully he gets there. Like I said, and then even in the article when they had the people was posting their comments, that's all they were saying was bring up the footage from the Super Bowls that the Chiefs had. Bring up that footage. See, then a lot of people lose jobs. Now, what I was hearing was, Tom Brady's like part owner of the Raiders or something like that, like main person of the Raiders. He's trying to be a commissioner. They say he's trying to be a commissioner later on. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But if that's the case, you got, because there's so much cheating going on, it's so bad. You got to remember the teams that they're cheating for, their fans will never say nothing. You think the Chiefs fans are going to say that we should have lost those games? They'll never say that. They'll never say that. You know what I'm saying? That's why they were silent this whole season. Chiefs fans been silent because they know for a fact they shouldn't have won those Super Bowls. That's why when they get beat by the Jags and when they get beat by certain teams, they don't even say nothing. They like, I don't say anything. You can't say nothing. But it's good that Tom Brady did, put this out on a big platform and like I said, Google it. You know what I'm saying? Google this exact. And this is a snippet of what he said. It was a big ass article. You know what I'm saying? And he was mad about it because he's like, the Niners played with all these people going, because you got to remember the Buccaneers are, we're missing a couple of people. Tom Brady was like, do you know how many people the Niners are missing? So you can't say nothing about how many people the Buccaneers are missing. So I'm glad he brought this out. Hopefully this catches legs and, everybody get to hear a little bit about it. But now, you never know. You never know. Let me know what y'all think. Did you read the article? Did you even hear about the article? Let me know what y'all think. Leave it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Peace. I'm out of here.